me fool. Imama kuma kondo. Oh, yeah, me fool. Okay, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Dama feel so common. Oh, yeah, me fool. Oh, and then you're ready to have a beer every day, Mrs. Ya baba se, inti penswa jebe siso, na me dingu tona mo, oda jujo na me break you, me basra oama, omba ya onume, odo ine ya mito, imama kuma kondo, oya mi fo, wate ya mito, odo ine ya mi fo.
All right, good evening to you wherever you are. Big out yourself, the CEO of ADINKRA Radio, DJ Jam. Sorry, what being who ha? Oh, TV show Tarimutu Yamuarias, yeah. To massage you. And big ups to all those that are watching us live on ADINKRA cable channel 10. Papa, life more here 1 to 10. Yeah, church Amunina. I crado, Hey, outdoor music because we in BB. Kwabena will be live here in New York City on November 26th. He's a guest artist for the Heroes Night, the Top 10 Heroes Night Awards. So our guest artist, I didn't carry it now. So what I say? Free now, quite a fetching and I said, yes, monsieur, lady. So there can be a question. They be chilling and there was. First and foremost, we would like to render a sincere apology for the delay of the show. There were some circumstances beyond our control. Thank God we've been able to overcome the challenges and we are here live. We're about to roll. And tonight, it's going to be something spectacular. Something amazing. You need to be crazy. Interview ni be you do. Now the tree, now the farm, now the war. So what I said, that was on there. Then he said that was what. Alright, Mami Koma Dennis Akwaba, former SRC president, UCC University of Cape Coast, Charlie Cashford, and I'm Oga. Oga. Yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm a monkey, full monkey.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you. Yeah. Full monkey, pa.
Yeah, full monkey.
Okay. Now it's Zane.
Adumara Kominia.
Nice one.
I'm good by the grace of God. Man.
Thank God.
Why it's been long with me.
Oh, you need something about a cow until the car he knows I'm going to say, so he better start with his. Oh, Nipanyo, Charlie, Nipanya. Desmond, baby, I will be a big ups to yourself, my brother, Kojo Desmond. Yeah, Churchow. Your brother from another mother is also here too tonight, and it's just going to be fire tonight. Yes, it's a friendly talk, but then a lot of education, full of wisdom and full of information as well. Share the link, invite some more. Let's do it together right here on ADINKRA Radio, ADINKRA TV. You can watch us live on YouTube as ADINKRA TV NY, or on Facebook at ADINKRA Radio NY. And also you can watch us live on our website www.adinkraradio adinkrabmultimedia.ny. So you can also watch us on live on the ADINKRA Digibox channel 10. Yes. Moreover, too, we are streaming live on Modern Ghana Radio. You can also go there and also select ADINKRA Radio. Yes, and we are there. Yes, we'll call Ghana Web. So you can still watch us there from all the channels. Now, we're searching for ADINKRA. We are live and late tonight. It's not going to be easy cry. We're going to talk. You have to know what it is. Ghana's education have for some time now has been in limbo for some time. I wouldn't say for some time, for how long we've known it, it hasn't been in a better shape. We can say it's been in a good shape, but not in a better shape. Right. We all went through it. But is it the best? Is it what we expect? No, that's not what we expect. But what exactly are the problems? Some school of thoughts have said that, it's because we don't have a strong basis or foundation for Ghana's education. In view of that, we are here tonight to talk about the care, the love, the attention, the supervision of Ghana's basic education and the way forward. That's why we have our wonderful guest here tonight. He is the president for Ghana, or National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS, Mr. Dennis Labi Ewahase. Yes, just stay tuned. Don't flip your dial. Just let me let you know that this program is proudly sponsored by Arcus Organic Mixture, the only skin doctor that will take care of your skin, take care of all the black spots, stretch marks, and anything being a skin problem, being it rashes or any dark knuckles or whatever. Arcus is here to solve your problems. Call on them 917-836 3155. If you're in Ghana and you want those products, we should get a lot over there in Ghana. Plus 197-836-3155. Arcus, the original and the most organic skin product you can ever admire. Let your skin feel younger and stronger. Alhaji Halifa Herbal and Spiritual Center, located in Koforidua, Grakai. Yes, come there with all your problems, being it herbal problems or spiritual problems. Anything you have as a problem, apart from Sikedru, just get there, right there. Yeah, na wow, kama. Right. Obemau who atuto. Friend number we 0244 290 548. 0244 290 548. And I say 020 385 5797. 020 385 5797. Now wow, come on. My mentor said the long-awaited red carpet movie premiere is coming out live this Friday inside Branch Community College. I hope you prepare near the BBI so and until BI Boadim all roads lead to BCC this Friday 7 p.m. sharp. Jackie Apia will be there. Sanso and I walk. We say who say yanka say about Rosalind Giza. She also be there live. Yenina Yemisha na share moving on correct 7 p.m. Chap na ashasia me pacho wa mantema nesa obana ayama wasumbe sheshe 3G Media Awards, the all-time awards. Yes, Papa CNN, Dr. CNN, yeah, Checha Baby Obia. It's coming out live on October 1st, too. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, please, this is the right time to get your tickets. Just grab your ticket now by calling on Mr. or Dr. CNN. And that's a bit my friend OG. 929-331-8560. 929-331-8560. And I'll be for Evangelist CNN. 646-833-6194. 646-833-6194. Now one ticket ni baby I will be $100. Yes, pepe na just what me aba bechele. Come meet all your top celebs will need that one, so I will put share mo abrabo mu so da come. Royals fan club just last Saturday and omode inauguration on Ebaso. On behalf of Royal fan club executives, President Rita and Sister Gloria, the secretary one ne omo Kenya na say omodi asida stronko asida chenchi asida metro asida guy asida gege e de mamu nyina asem otimi beta omo chi momo inauguration no e kama say ye be cool no cool ni dem kama to support the needy students in Ghana. Hey, Charlie, your original. And Royals, Yadamuasi, Mamma Quaba, a hemful, any ahima, ne quansho. Yes. November 26th. All-time sensational super mega awards night no air basso and no one at ADINKRA radio tap sent Heroes Night Awards no air basso ever yonkers say oh nya enya will take it. This is the time. Call on the numbers 347-350-1857 347-350-1857 and that's a 929-331-8560 Freya. Na your mouth ticket bebre kai say from $100 and regular no and just say $200 and also so the way no so VIP it's Mr. Make time with us na yenhwe na intimi fa no ma entu ye. Okay, mama ko ba me boss akwaba on say it no merit me than sometimes you can be somebody's boss if you be so no so also about your boss so it's a real say whoever you are, whatever you are, be careful because you don't know what tomorrow holds. Dennis is a typical example. Dennis, once again, Akwaba.
Thank you so much.
Right. If we talk about Dennis Labi Ampofo, apart from you being a former UCC president, SRC president, and currently the president for Ghana Union Students of Ghana Students Union, no NUX, no. Who is Dennis Labi Ampofo?
Well, Oji, I mean, I'm grateful. I'm extremely grateful.
Amen.
That you do a lot of good work for the Ghanaian community here in New York.
Thank you.
When the news went out that I was coming to see you today, I mean, I've seen the kind of people who have gotten in touch and then asked that they'll be listening in live.
Oh wow!
It tells the mileage that you have here in New York.
Thank you.
I think that I come from a very humble background. You Desmond and the likes know that I come from a very humble beginning. I'm just like any other young African kid who has dreams of working extra hard and serving community. I grew up in the neighborhoods of Ebuakwa, Kumasi. I went through Asante Mansini.
For you are outside. About saying, view, you're crazy.
I mean,
big ups yourself. Asante Mai for so.
Yeah, I did Asante Mai. Then I did the University of Cape Coast for my first degree. I was hall president of Ogwa Hall, and then I was hall president for SRC Hall before I became SRC president.
Hey,
and then from there I went to King's University for my law degree. Now I'm in Methodist University for a master's degree in entrepreneurship and corporate strategy. I think that I've been an entrepreneur from the word go. Me start is a mini, a business. We were here, street boy, hustler, 102.
Number one hustler.
Then we move. I run a fruit juice company called Afra Cup. We do natural fruit juice in Ghana.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I mean that is what I do. That's my day job. And then I hustle and work hard for the students of Ghana too. Over the last 4 months, I've been speaking for the students of this country, making a case for why Ghana's education needs investment from everybody, making a case why government needs to prioritize education above all things. I strongly believe that education is the only true equalizer.
That's nice.
Is the only true equalizer. Because yes, and no penny idea ema uhiyeniba. Any usikaniba, real potential, and I say, real potential, because if it comes to business, scaffold man be to me, any business money injection, it will go. If it comes to, there are a lot of things that set people apart in life, but if you want a true equalizer in life, I think that education plays a very central role. And so for me, I've worked very hard to make a case for young people in education, for advocacies in areas of allowances, advocacy to sustain the free senior high school in Ghana.
Wow!
I've been involved in advocacy towards scholarships for young people in Ghana. I've been involved in my ultimate advocacy has been the basic school education, where I believe that we can't run this country without a solid basic school education, what we call the foundational learning.
Right.
It's priority for me as a young person, and that is what I have been consistently making a case for. Inti OG, all my life has been to the service of students in Ghana.
That's right.
My profile, now team says been students.
Back to back.
Yeah, I think
that president. leader.
Yeah, so it's been this is me. This is me. Meaning entrepreneur, student leader combined as one person.
Thank you, Mr. Entrepreneur. Thank you for coming on this show. Yamawa Kwaba.
That's the OG.
Nice one. So after this Nukes president, do you hope to be another president in the field?
I mean, when you people say, you looks now more president from beside them. I think that I'll continue my service to the people of Ghana in whichever capacity, even if it is a street sweeper. I say that when you have the opportunity to be anything, be the best in that field. If you have the opportunity to be a street sweeper, you've got to sweep the streets so well that there is nobody who doubt your credibility when it comes to sweeping the streets.
Right.
So whenever I have the opportunity to serve young folks or Ghanaians in any capacity, be it whatever, I think that I'm just going to continue doing that. But let me continue also selling my fruit juice on the streets of Accra.
So what's the name of your fruit juice?
Africa.
Yes.
Yes.
What did you buy? What did you buy? What kind of juice do you guys do?
I do pineapple juice. I do sugarcane juice. I do cocktails. Yeah, so I do sugarcane with ginger, sugarcane with lemon, and I do pineapple. Yes. So
where is it located?
Accra, Wager.
But
I have distribution points across the country. So I have distribution points in Kumasi, in Cape Coast, in Winneba, and in Accra. Yeah.
Presido.
Champion OG.
You did do all.
I guess the first small.
Nice one, Charlie. I'm saying your position is bigger than your appearance.
Yeah.
Your achievement.
Come baby sana. Dennis, I'm me home come but I'm craving. I'm sure me choking.
Right.
Me introduce him as please, my name is Dennis. Wow, ni. Mr. Debbie, me the big one is coming. I think that
nice.
Essentially, OG, what I've come to appreciate is that this world is not run by muscles. It's really not run by height. Is it run by the
wisdom, knowledge,
weight of a man? I think it is run purely on the shoulders of young people like you and I.
That's right.
The brain does a lot of the work for the hand to just execute. So for me, I know a lot of people when they are coming to meet me, they would want to meet a tall guy,
a giant person.
But I think I'm tall. Something like a grandma.
What the old? Nah, that's just so beside Desmond.
I just said Desmond. I mean, a friend of mine is like, Dennis, I think say you've passed through all. You've been broke. You had money. Still one you can see. Until you see the account over where ni ashe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we say
next week, Anna.
Senior now then officer say come we.
Oh no, offer by. Because Obi a try o kese ye.
Me. It kese no dey try wa ye dey any.
Yeah, if you na
any mo ma
time we need. One of Africa na auntie.
But on a more serious note, when Desmond got married, a lot of my friends, a lot of them, when they got married, I realized that actually wait a bit more. I mean,
so
but I refuse to be tempted.
I refuse to be tempted.
We have no Udeshi.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Desmond. This is Dennis Labi Ampofo, the Nukes president of Ghana. Yes, we're going to talk tonight. Everything is going to be about education and also his position as the president of Nukes. Now, share the challenges and the way forward. But first and foremost, we would like to start from the basic education of Ghana. Dennis, my idea be say the stages of Ghana's education. To me, I see it to be 3. I don't know how many stages you have, but if there are 3, I don't know how the categories you know. I might be wrong. I stand to be corrected. But then, how many categories do we have in Ghana's education system?
I think that majorly our educational system is divided into 3.
3, okay.
The very basic, and then the pre-tertiary, that's the secondary, and then the tertiary.
The tertiary
so it's basic, very basic.
The high school.
That's there from crèche
Crèche.
to junior high school.
Okay.
Then you have the pre-secondary, that's the senior
the
high
high
school,
school, yes.
and then you have the tertiary.
Tertiary.
Yeah, so basically these are the three main demarcations in our education system in Ghana.
Beautiful. Tonight we shall be centering our discussion on the basic part. But before we go there, I would like to know about the various categories. At least we're learning a little about each and every one. Your duty as a NUCS president, to me, is it only centered on the tertiary side, or you also have a role to play on the high and basic levels?
Okay. So when we talk about the National Union of Ghana Students, or NUCS consists of basic from crèche to the PhD level. So every student in Ghana finds themselves in the NUCS bracket. That is why we say there are 10 million members of NUCS. 10 million. 10 million means that from the crèche to the PhD level, everyone falls under the umbrella of NUCS. So
that's nice.
most often we've had ourselves fixated on the tertiary education. So a lot of young people, a lot of NUCS leaders most often concentrate our energies on the tertiary because they seem to be the people who would appreciate and criticize us. So leaders look at two things: either they are getting the praise or they are getting the criticism.
Okay.
And usually that comes from the tertiary, because those are the people who have awareness, social awareness, and they understand the society and what the leaders are doing. But for the young student who is 6 years in primary one, might not really appreciate the concept of what the NUCS president is doing for him. So why should I worry myself about someone who can't criticize me or praise me? Usually that is the concept, the social concept of it. But for me, I believe that the tertiary is a full enclave.
Right.
And I think that the government of this day has invested a lot in tertiary and secondary. Though there are challenges, I would hit on some of the challenges in tertiary. But I think that they've pumped a lot of cash into it. You have the free senior
rather
high
than
school.
the basic one.
Yeah, you have free senior high school taking about 2.2 billion a year of Ghana's money. You have the tertiary education taking a chunk of the money to through infrastructure, through the payment of subventions for lecturers. You have some money allowances to teacher trainees, allowances to nursing trainees. Yes, these are monies that's being pumped into,
and the student loans as well.
And the student loans, which is very important to me. And then you have the scholarships, what have you.
Right.
And today there was a meeting with the scholarship registrar of scholarships in Ghana. So I want to break a first here on your news that latest by Friday, all students in UK shall receive their tuition fees paid.
Latest by this Friday.
So in a maximum,
international students.
Yes, all students.
Ghanaian international students with scholarships in the UK
are going to receive their tuition fees paid.
Oh wow!
We've been pursuing it for a very long time. We've had challenges. So we met the president of the republic about 3 weeks ago, and then we made a case for international students. So today, the registrar of scholarships in Ghana confirmed in a meeting between myself, him, and about 500 students in UK that latest by this Friday. So I have given myself give and take latest by next week.
Okay.
Everyone in UK shall receive their tuition fees paid so that they don't have to drop out of school.
Okay.
That is some good news coming by the way this evening through ADINKRA radio.
Thank you.
And then we come to issues of student loan. So you realize that the student loan is truly the gap between the poor and the rich when it comes to tertiary.
Right.
Why do I say that the student loan is a gap between the poor and the rich? It is the only factor, or it is the only point where the poor man's child or the poor woman's child gets to have tertiary education regardless of where they're coming from.
Right.
So if you are a student in the University of Cape Coast, where I come from, which is the best university in West Africa. West Africa, actually. I mean, it's been ranked number 1 in West Africa and number 4 in Africa.
And Chiagai G, my man. One of the guys.
Yeah, my number one guy G. Yeah, I know guy G. Yeah, so I think that no matter where you are, no matter what, you get the opportunity to access a loan and then pay after school. Right. But the challenge with the student loan currently is the lack of funding for it. So I have been consistent in calling out the government and calling out the Ministry for Finance that once you've done well to introduce what we call the no grantor policy, where you can have access to the student loan without necessarily a grantor, which is something that we have given praise to the government for, and I'll continue to say it. yɛbɛka woyɛ na yɛn so a yɛbɛka nti once a wayɛ ade a wɔde free no guarantor ba obi ni guarantor obi ni abusuafo a mo sika ka obetimi anya loan e de atua ne fees no na sɛ sɛ wopɛ hu sika increase a wode be den obetua because now a lot more people can access it. So it means that you need a lot of funding for it.
Right.
At the end of the day, now the numbers are increasing. You have estimated about 150,000 people who you want to serve, but you've been able to serve less than 30,000 as I speak. It is less than 30,000 Ghanaian students in tertiary have received loans for this year, which is
do you have the total number out of if 30,000 have received? Do you have the
total estimated to be served is 150,000.
150,000.
Yes, and we are in the ninth month.
We have an outstanding number of about 120,000,
and we are in the ninth month.
Wow.
And that's why we are saying that the president, the finance minister, the minister for education, I know the minister is doing a very good job. I mean, I can't lose sight of the fact that he's working hard, but a lot more must be done. A lot more money must be pumped into student loans. Students must get loans because that is the only point where a poor person can also have access to tertiary education. Because OG, say, oh, papa no mami nisika. How do you go to tertiary?
That's right.
Obey the tertiary.
Okay, then.
Okay, then what is coming a bit to your fees, you know? Tertiary, no so it's a free SHS. It would be free SHS aban. As I say, it means that then it's going to give you pressure. Oh, tertiary honor.
Right.
It's going to give you a lot of pressure in the tertiary. So a lot more people are going to go to tertiary. How do you finance that? How does Antequatima or Tisefia a contombra? A bed 10 waiting etuan fees. Just a tour busuanko kuana. It's a strabino. Some year mera as a sabino train in the day, a honor. And I'm also saying that I am using this platform to call on established financial companies across the world that if you want to invest right and very right, I think that establishing a student loan scheme in a private sector is something that we've not explored in Ghana.
That's right.
In the US, it's here where there are private institutions which grant loans to students. Yes. But in Ghana, there is nothing like that. So I'm calling on the banks that if you can, it's
individual stakeholders.
Yes, it is a thriving area where all you need
make
some
big money.
Yeah, you receive some few licenses and then you have access to a very wide market, especially for students or more teacher trainees. Or more teacher trainees in the brave or nya loan. School fees and so boarding. Allowance and so at the moment is into obey what she says can.
They need a top up.
Sani Panon, so the good thing about more teacher training, I mean, inviting investors into that area is that we school be posting into a Juma.
Right.
It means say ubet menya usika back
in some few months.
And that is why I keep saying that the private student loan scheme is something that private corporate Ghana or corporate global international must have a look at. And beyond student loan, accommodation crisis is see in schools. And then I may share the top firms in US and all over the world. I was at the Transforming Education Summit with UN General Assembly. I met a couple of big folks and I was telling them that if you get to Ghana and you build, you have money, you want to go into any business, one of the key businesses I would recommend for people is the accommodation gap in tertiary institutions.
Right.
It is also University of Ghana, Lagos. Every year, there is a challenge on accommodation. Students in Yabebinda. In Tiseu hostel, now only invest in it and I say, dear friend, build, operate, and transfer. Within a matter of 20 to 30 years, so better okay. In your first war.
Na school na
atimi atake over. Oko University of Cape Coast no ready say ube investing kwa in sasi or why investing na ready say obeden obe support. So we could have 2-3 people in Ghana in New York who are Ghanaians who believe in the Ghana's education system, combine resources and then go and invest massively in that area.
So I'll be here. If someone is listening to you and the person is showing interest in what you're saying, like UCC having a land and all that, but Nooks is ready for
Nooks
that.
is ready.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Minister for Education and the Director for Tertiary Education. The Director for Tertiary Education is Dr. Nkansa. He and all of them have been committed to this. And I am saying that the Vice Chancellors, Nooks is ready to serve as an intermediary between the Vice Chancellors and the investors. and there are a lot of agencies which are mandated to do this. And I'm saying that if you are a Ghanaian in America, you've worked so hard, you've made some good money, you can combine forces and get into that space, and in a matter of year, you have a hostel. You work with the university will assign students there, and you get the opportunity to recoup your money even faster than you'd imagine. It's an area I am really, really particular, and I think that it's an investment haven area for every investor who wants to go into that field.
Dennis, I'm not cutting you short. One thing I have noticed about institutions in Ghana, mostly saying it is easier, but bringing it into existence is harder. I just want you to repeat and confirm on this platform that should we lead any investor to you nooks, there is not going to be any form of disappointment.
Oh no. You see, OG, I understand the challenges. I mean, when it comes to doing business, ease of doing business index, I mean, we are not doing very well as a country.
Right.
But I'm saying that the education enclave is a very sensitive area for the President of the Republic of Ghana, for the National Union of Ghana students, for the Ministry of Education, for the Ministry of Works and Housing. All these agencies are ready to support every investor or any investor. It is a high priority area. So you have the assurances of the people. I'm saying this here, that the National Union of Ghana students is calling on investors that we are willing to use our platform to connect them to the vice chancellors, to connect them to the necessary stakeholders for them to invest in accommodation, student accommodation on various campuses. And it will yield, I can assure you. When we sit down and we do the analysis, you get to know that it is an area which is untapped. Okay. So if you're an investor and you're willing to put your money into something in Ghana, it's an area I would encourage you to put your money into.
Thank you. On the issue of accommodation, one thing I've also noticed about private hostels is like they are very, very expensive. Students are always crying about the charges that they are taking. What has Nooks done about it? So,
OG, the truth is that the price index when it comes to accommodation is regulated by the demand and supply mechanism.
That's true.
So in as much as we have called on private hostel managers to reduce their prices, there is a very big issue of low supply, high demand. Into hostels in available.
Right.
Into a motor price now ADINKRA still he will win. Because it's a free market.
The demand is very high.
The demand is very high. That is why it is important that leaders of the country or leaders of unions like myself would call on investors so that we increase the supply. The good thing is that local Legona, more hostels, halls be a friend of diaspora halls. Jane Nelson, Lehman Hall, Elizabeth Say Hall, all of those were built through this model now making, and they are beautiful. It is an area I believe that investors can tap into.
Okay.
I mean, I know that you have a very good mileage when it comes to the investor community here in New York, and I believe that it is going to be worth it if people put their monies right there. Beyond accommodation issues, education, I believe that one of the other way of equipping young people is by bridging the gap between skills and the acquisition of skills and the job market or on the industry market. Indeed, there are two main focal points. The academia is there and industry is there. You realize that usually people are trained in a way, and when they come to the industry, their skill set do not even match it. To be journalism school, but ubi pina and better console chino nemfa. We are calling on the investees and the tertiary institutions that you must tailor your skill development to the job market. I think that is what essentially Europe is doing and America is doing.
That's right.
You realize that the conversation in America over the last 4 days has been more of a gap. Omo send you training nipa wahana. You training say opia obetima ye adwuma.
Right.
Obetimi adwen in a certain dimension. Yes, you crew money you training in such a way say you betimi edi baba. Ni kotena paper na chi a ye hwe ni nyina ye de ego ho. It is a challenge.
Meba. Asɛm a wokan as from adwen akɔ baby. You training crowd for how to chew and pour.
That is it. That's what we've
rather
been doing.
than say coming out with,
That's what we've been doing.
With a creative mind.
You know, so the point is that now some of the universities are gradually getting the new concept, but I'm saying that it must be fast.
So what is causing this? Is it due to the laziness in students, or the teacher standards of their level of impartation is down?
It's a three-way thing.
Okay.
First of all, is a student
Affair.
student issues or student affair. I think that young people must also come to the realization that you must learn beyond the classroom. I mean, you must not just school, you must educate yourself.
Right.
Into uko school ni muna yecho nyoma classrooms, so you should also look at the non-formal education aspect. I was in a meeting not too long ago, about 2 hours ago, with the Minister for Education and the Secretary General for the Duke of Edinburgh's Award, and the conversation is about the non-formal education or the extracurricular education. That is what students must start getting. Then when it comes to course instructors, teachers, lecturers, and tutors, they also have a role to play by ensuring that the course facilitation is done to suit the job market. But almost a hinge on those who develop the courses. And I say universities, or share your universities and send them develop courses now. Your exams, tests, quiz. No, it has no relation to the practicality on the ground. Inti say a journalism student, the first question at DOS or cultural exams, and then what is journalism? I mean, what is journalism has no impact on you here.
On when you get to the room.
You get my point.
Yes.
You get my point. Or a human resource student, the first question is, what is human resource? What are the 5 steps in human resource? What are the this? What are the this? You understand? Instead of giving us a practical case study of where there is a challenge in the job market, where there is an altercation between two staff, how does human resource come in? How do you manage the organizational bureaucracies to ensure you still produce results? Practically, we need to weave our courses to produce the best out of our students. And that is what we must start looking at as universities. The painful part usually to me is that it's not like our big boys don't know this.
They know.
They know more than I do. I'm still a young Ghanaian, learning from experiences and what the outside world gives me.
Right.
These people have been educators in foreign lands. They've learned a lot. So it is a matter of political will. That's the last part on this one. We need a political will. We need a strong man to say that we've got to change what we're doing there. But what did they make? Can I say? Yes.
Mehu, sir, you have all these kind of challenges, and you have a very big office as the president of all students. I can say all students in Ghana. What steps have you taken yourself to care about these issues?
I think that even my being here is one of the steps we are taking. My being in New York over the last 4 days is part of the steps we're taking. We are mobilizing support. We are mobilizing efforts across the globe, across the country, towards ensuring that we transform our education into. I was part of the, and as I am part of the Transforming Education Summit under the UN Secretary General. So we are mobilizing support. I've been here with the minister and the team from the ministry. We are mobilizing support, giving them from the youth perspective what really the case must be. What really must be their situation, giving them our input, which is very relevant in building that educational system. Again, we're engaging stakeholders on all levels. At the National Union of Ghana Students too, we are rolling out programs and projects that ensures that students also are equipped into our colleagues living with physical challenges. A project be a friend of the ability project for our blind students, for our deaf and dumb students, where we equip them with skills which are ready for the job market.
Right.
We also have the entrepreneurship office. Your friend is Secretary for Entrepreneurship and Union and Innovation, Mr. Amin Mohammed, who is also doing a very fantastic job by modeling out incubators, business incubators, entrepreneurship incubators to support businesses and what have you. Quite recently, we are in the Startup Week in Ghana, where student businesses are being supported, being taken through coaching and mentorship sections to ensure that though you're a student, you are being equipped on how to manage your small business. It will be PB Banon. Now, Nimo, step left from right.
Okay.
Be aware then we'll go through. We are not the policy makers. We don't have the funds and the resources. But Kakanka bit me mobilize and ensure say students are being equipped, you know. You need various SRCs, any local NUC secretariats, you know, in that direction. I mean, I think that for the tertiary, you know, come on bit me but Kake bit me for now, the time being, and on the tertiary, you know.
On the tertiary side. And see now him say me babes push you to the basic side because now I am I said yeah intentions for coming to America near day and I say more motive the buyer is almost centered on the tertiary education level. What any plans for the basic as well?
I think that the Transforming Education Summit has several parts.
Okay.
Ghana has focused on learning, acquisition of skills, and learning for life. There is another part too called the foundational learning. Personal and National Union of Ghana Students Secretariat, you know, our personal focus of the year. Share your basic school now. The figures looks quite okay. So we've been able to achieve 90% plus average enrollment. That is often 10 organa bia emu 9 eco school.
Right.
Eco basic school. But oji en common saying it here. Oti kruma one hwe abadwin say basic school ni okay. So Shian Krano Moko Galaxy International or Moko Montessori
Zion praising
so what I see Obadrin say be okay.
Right.
But you're free be travel and see. I have had the opportunity of moving into the hinterlands and the rural areas of Ghana. And I tell you, you would be moved to cry when you get to some of the areas in this country, in our country, and the kind of education sector we have there. In the next few months a day in the DHR bay, you know, you have started a consistent advocacy to drive the attention of everybody to basic schools in rural areas. Because as if him say ubeko skrubi muna school and chronic timusua de no crampo as if him. I'll share with you some pictures of Metoa Meyen or Upper East. Now all the chair your viewers and so no woman say Kruma, you think that everything is okay. Kruma, you think that people are comfortable in basic schools, but I tell you there are still tens of thousands of schools under trees. In Koratsna idria in Yasin omede omde in Koratsna open places nomde suade obeko classroom ketwa na nipa mako 80 ya pia omu nyina eden egu classroom no mu suade. That is the first thing that I need to draw your attention to and draw everybody's attention to. It's obibe we say na nooks for the na mo ya found. First idea advocacy say ye be twen Ghana ban any Ghana ni bia adwen agina so say Ghana ni wo ho the basic school no and no na ye part bia ochine bi. No matter how you build your tertiary, if the basic is not properly positioned, it will get to a point where you won't achieve a lot with your education sector.
Right.
Inti ubon say what's the dino come this year, but a few years near bubu because foundation now here ADSC dino is not very strong, and young people in their formative years, their brain is very sharp. It's like a sponge. It catches whatever you put to it. Into one build a foundation here, it will get to a point where young students would be empty.
Right.
We are calling on the government that we at our research, Nook's research department, you know, headed by Mr. Evans O Jr., conducted a research, and then it came out to say that we need between $500 and $1 billion to eradicate schools under trees and then ensure that our basic school infrastructure is properly positioned.
Right.
The point in the Intian way is that we need their government in Kwabiti.
Right.
This is not a cause for only the government of Ghana. This is a cause for every single Ghanaian, every single person, civil societies, international organizations. What we are saying is that the National Union of Ghana Students is calling on every organization, NGOs and partners institutions across Europe, across America, across every part of the globe, that the Ghanaian educational system at the foundation level needs attention by everybody. We are close. We are very close. We can eradicate infrastructure deficits in our basic schools. What we must do is we must take action. We must take initiative. We must also do something. So National Union of Ghana Students has something we call the positive advocacy. When we talk about positive advocacy, it's advocacy by action, where we as the National Union of Ghana Students is starting a project, what we call the basic school infrastructure project, the special project. We are building a 6-unit classroom block for Kasana Nankana West District.
Oh wow!
Yes, me know can say Nooks AC 6-unit classroom block at Kasana Nankana West District. It's my dearest project. I am calling on every single person that if you can build a school on your own, build it. If you can support Nooks and so schools na ECC na support see. At the end of the day, they say you acquire 5 acres of land or Kasana Nankana. On the in October you cut sword. Na yes school dynasty war among Kora etimi any access to education.
Nooks are project Bisada.
No, this is the first time.
Yes. In fact, I'm touched. And a very amazing, very shocking to me. It's a mate baby say and Nooks AC, a whole 6-unit classroom block, basic school. This is the great news. We need to applaud you and your leadership for that. My idea. In fact, I'm so much touched with this. Last Saturday, yeah. And the Royals fan club Muntiepa, name say ready at 20 Abama. It looks as if say Munim say Obi say be ba studio ha. Na mo afo so lunch muku no. It is said yeah. Be could be okroma. You're from the Royals fan club. Almost so no. Omoni so ade hunu ne say. Omo akomo ho abom. Say ombema Ghana education no. Ediye. Enti baby a omo hia nkonwa e beto akoma omo. Baby omuhia uniforms they beko akoma. Royals fan club, I throw the challenge to you, say Mama Nooks, mon collaborating with them. Now at least let's put up a project starting this year. So next year we'll go back to Ghana and commission it. Meaning President Reader. Yes, President Reader, Odin, Organizer 1, Gloria, Muti, Mosha, you guys are watching. It's a challenge to you. And GAWA members, Ghanaian Health Association of Ghana workers, who's the president in Asapon, you're also watching us. This is a challenge to all of us. Mama Yankoye PB, Sasu, and I mean, who to say, executive leaders, you're also watching. You know, all of you, let's come on board. Let's do something. At least, even if you can buy 3 or 2 monodesk, it's a way of support. Even if you can buy a canopy, if you cannot buy a whole, if you cannot build a whole structure, but you can even get them a tent to provide a shade for them to learn, or even textbooks, exercise books, school bags, pens. You see, the stationaries, they are all form of support. We are calling on you, and it's a challenge to you. Maybe I'm I'm going to give your numbers to him too. And now, let's feel the vibes. Do something before you die. Yes, idea. We are no more. This is ADINKRA Radio. The all attention and expected movie premiere dubbed The Red Carpet is coming off this Friday, 7 p.m. inside Bronx Community College. Please, we are entreating and inviting each and everyone to be there. Let's meet the lives of Jackie Appiah, Simon Mumin, Rosalind Ngiza, and Pusha. They are all coming live. So let's sit down with them, watch with them, talk to them, toast with them what they are there, and cheer with them what they are there. Nice one. I know you are coming. So please just go straight to Eventbrite, search for Red Carpet movie premiere, and just grab your tickets. $50 a head. Make sure you be part and you'll be there. 3G Awards coming up with this October 1st inside the Replip Hall, which is the we are inviting everybody. Just be there. 4132 Park Avenue. 413 Park Avenue, Resurrection Power and Living Bread Ministry. We are hosting the show there. I will be there. I am actually the MC with Papa Link, and we are entreating each and everyone to be there. You're going to meet the lives of top celebrities and legends who have fought and thrived through storms to make it to that level. Why don't you be there to hear their story? And maybe you can also thrive through their same style, or at least learn something out of it. Become a legend tomorrow by just being part of this year's edition of the 3G Media Awards. Yes. Not forgetting the November 26th, the Thanksgiving weekend, at ADINKRA Radio Tap sent Heroes Night Awards, an awards that seem to acknowledge the hard work of every individual associations and everyone all over the world. So far as awaye bibi amagana nkwade nooks krade muye kra no mu deserve abasobo. So we shall call on you as well. Say, Ombra, now be part of this. Near mama abaso. Come. I love that. Back to the studio. Na yene ora Dennis Labi Ampofo Ebuakwa Asante Ebuakwa Tanosu Ebuakwa this year. Nice one. Some few messages be come out. Not obi say Tana Sapon, the president of Gawa, or say it's not about Muslim and the upper keep him out. Now some of them know they like people like that. Now you bolo say there. Dabi. Yeah, dear, okay, let me take some few messages. The messages are too much. Too much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 2,000, 100 million. Okay. Mr. President, always speaking for teacher trainees. Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana, TAG. God bless you, Dennis Apia Labi. This one is coming from Daniel Ofori Echampon. Okay, and you also have a message coming from Nana Kwame Phyllis Arthur. You will go far, my brother. Charlie Eojo Samba, go far, my guy. Mohammed Amin Gidiglo says your president must listen to this. Okay, thank you. I think the president will surely hear this. He always speaking for us. May God bless him. Dennis Edu comes with that. Hey, thanks OG. I'm from Obapa Echa Bedu. Obapa Echa, you are welcome. And Nyajidie, a role model and more. Richmond Amenyo AJ. Accommodation. I hope the investors come in. This one is coming from Dogoli Magnus. Accommodation issues at the colleges of education should be considered ASAP, Mr. President. Challenge for that one to you. You see, as the one here is a base sleeping under trees. Ghana education is mostly about theory and no practicals. It's true. Tina Sapon, thank you. You are doing great, OG and the president. Yeah, that's it. I'm really learning. I am revising my human resources notes. Thank you, Mr. President. Ebenezer Archer. Yes, what is human resources and the factors affecting it? OG, kudos, Dennis. The Ghana education system needs a total cleanup. I think you're right, honorable Kweko citizen. Presido, UDSSRC is ready. Should you get investors for hostels? Okay. All right, Magnus. Yate mo hwese kasa kekekra na za Ghana leadership on any presidents na mu kasa dodo. Eish. Then he say obviously we draw no mpa. America. Okay. Ghana youth to the world. I think that's upon. Mohammed Chema Jutu Wate Daniel Oforia Champion si Jutu. OG, you do all kudos to you, bro. Thank you, my president of Gawa Presido. Yeah, that's it. Some of the messages are too much. Not only the foundation, the problem in Ghana is we don't maintain maintenance. President Ayanokra, yes, maintenance. Yama Mokrana Masa Jayana Pro. Finally, you have mentioned in the United States of America, from to New York, Nyame Ayebio. That's true. Starry influenza. Okay, and the Democrat. You free amount from. Ananya. Okay. Free amount from Ufre Buakwa. Okay. Wow. OG. The over 10 million Ghanaian students are very grateful for your support. Thank you very much, Ebenezer Archery. God bless you for appreciating this support. I think I would like to end the messages here, not time on our air call, so that we can finish the lot that we have to do. Minute President Ebeko basics no so na obobobo bi eti presido basic schools no some of the I mentioned some of the challenges being schools under trees, and also the way say infrastructure we say okay right now yenim sir free SHS free FQ no, the free universal basic education. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Great. Students at the basic level no how no shut down doesn't be pray. Is that true?
Minia enuntina SSS infrastructure seminar we share masendo pictures be of me tour in the upper east untiminya konya editre yahwe for na yetie for abeboa and we na masendo building na yesi no how it will look like. Minia we share F cube na abana, it's good, but it has a replaying effect. The replaying effect and then say it means that a lot more of people would go to school. It will high enrollment, about 500 to 600,000 at every level. Into ubako classroom back on nipa be brig war into overcrowding and obinya. We no na introduce the friend school feeding program. As a social protection mechanism.
Right.
Now school feeding program is no longer a social protection mechanism. It is a part of our education. It is a tool in our education. I tell you, there are a lot of people who go to school, basic schools, because of the food.
Oh, yeah.
Indi. Uti kuma you think so ebusirem ka. Maminua se utu kwan ko yinkura ni biase na ko isirem poeman tem ni some areas Ghana, you'll be moved to tears. At some point in time in my thought I cried. Me share se akurake to me busan se friend saying or se friend Benis. Na me share also be ejuma also be nurse. On class 6 JSS1 JSS2 now one classroom. Not one classroom. Akura will be better than a nurse. Akura will be better than a nurse. Omo best school no na sin so start say toa e so mo pon. Ma send pictures be of Nkrebiati duasia blackboard is your menim. Sa blackboard na is your menim no a 2 classes in a UZ. We dey chira there 1 hour. Ni ye movie blackboard na kwa another class on so dey chira there 1 hour.
Wow.
OG I moved to work, go around, mobilize, raise funding for these projects across the country. Is that I am wondering the potential of these young people, but unfortunately, through no fault of theirs, they will never have the opportunity to become anything that they want to be. Some of these are brilliant ideas, young, beautiful persons. Some of them are better than myself, can speak well, have the skills, have the potential, but just because of where they find themselves in life, they will never make it up there. They will never climb up. But meanwhile, they had the potential to invent, to produce, to be the next industrious person in our country. And that is why every one of us, if you have the privilege and you can buy a cement, go buy it. If you have the privilege, you can do anything to support, please go do it. School baby akasana na nkana community no school do community be friend kana na community ade o maye ne say kromo for na esi madhouse na nkwana ko school wom omo wie no na omo na otwe bia obi akotu bibi o na afom inti okwa otwe bro na obetwa na de bia ko community na everyday bi omo no adwane man nkora na school mo
free
school feeding
eno nya bebia na some schools
inti we no nkora ni person be go school because school dey na nye inti de omo de nkora na man nkora ni ko school ne say kromo hene na mobilize on assemblyman no a friend honorable Roxon yes omo mobilize and omo no adwane man nkora ni di school mo no true volunteers na nkora na tinya ba school inti o shesa community we are. Why shouldn't we do something to help this community?
Right.
And inti na school dane ekosini say, I mean the beautiful part is that labor is volunteers. Yeah, school for our students now. We are doing what is similar to what you have here in US, Habitat for Humanity.
Right.
We go and camp. Then
Some of the pictures maybe are starting show.
Yeah, you go and camp, and then you have. Okay, so this classroom you see, board now it rotates between 2 classes.
And you obi so board we
1 hour. Ochimami we or chair 1 hour. Ebeka canon obi ebe movie akwa another classroom.
Now how much is a blackboard?
How much is a blackboard?
Now,
but the point is that OG.
Ana we no so you know
project na
mo see. Oh, okay.
This is the first time it's being showed, actually.
Oh, just any break.
Yeah, this is the first time it's being showed.
Wow,
outside, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, AFL. How many classrooms?
6 units.
6 units.
So it has a library.
Uh-huh.
And it has a
look at the
ICT,
inside. Oh, wow.
And it has an ICT center. Yeah. And the point is that this is not being funded by government of Ghana. Let me put that on record.
That's right. That's Nooks, right?
This is being funded by Nooks. Nooks doesn't have money. So do you know how we're doing it?
Yes, I am one. Yes, that's right.
So you know how we're doing it? We have what we call the Donate a Cement Bag campaign, the Citizen Support campaign, the Corporate Support campaign, where citizens are obi to me taught cement bag or mama 10.
Wow.
Obi to me taught 20. I mean, the last time some folks gave us about 50, 100 there about. Obi to me, I met a couple of friends here who said that they're going to help with $200. And the funny thing is that $200 is like 2,000 cedis in Ghana. Since you 2,000 cedis, if it's not a cement bag, bear 20. It's just about $200. No, the boy no, or to cement bag bear 20. We want to say that what we are trying to make is a statement to say that no matter what, regardless of whatever, we will build this country.
Right.
Even if the politicians and the persons on the corridors of power decide not to build this country, we the young people will take the destiny of our country into our own hands and will build this country. Well, by the good grace of God, resilience, tenacity, pursuit of the determination and the force of grit, we will build this country. And I am stopping at nothing than to mobilize every single young person in the country to build this country.
Right.
If within the next 1 year, we want to build 3 of these.
So this is one of the pictures.
This is the classroom. And this is a situation. This is a reality. This is the poorest district in Ghana, Kasina and Kana West.
I want to see school,
Yes.
you know. Wow.
Yes, this is a situation. Where a class
One
6.
MP or
I don't want to go there. I've said that. No, the truth is that the MP has been supportive. We've had a lot of meetings with the DC. When I'm done, I'll show you some of our meetings and briefings with the DC. In fact, the Upper East Regional House of Chief President and I'm 5 acres of land.
Wow.
For this project.
Wow.
So nice. 5 acres of land has been given for this project. We want to build it into a model basic school.
Okay.
Because it connects about 6 communities. It is a 6 communities. When we are done with this, it will be used by 6 communities. So as I speak to you, we want it to be eco-friendly too. So we've planted trees all over the place, and we are starting the project.
Have you cut a sod?
We are cutting in March.
March next year.
October. Yeah.
Okay.
We want to mobilize a lot of support. If some organization come in to help, we want to do the sword cutting with other organizations, at least so that the organization to go out to tell the world what they are doing by joining the sword cutting program.
Have you launched any official program for this? So that mobilize some funds.
Yes.
When was that done?
So we've done a small briefing. We've done a small briefing through some of our events, the Nook Stock event. We were planning a fundraiser dinner, a fundraiser event, but the point is that fundraiser and also costed money. By the end of the day, scanner the bear fundraiser and I heard no one quite to me.
To me,
two rooms. We did the mathematics and realized that we might also, because we don't have the money. So it's a tactical management skill to ensure that we get to do this. We are using volunteers when it comes to the building.
Okay.
We are centering a lot on volunteers. We would be going with our volunteers. I mean, I'll be on grounds myself.
Communal labor.
The truth is that I have seen a lot of people committed to education, but the Upper East Kasana and Kana's commitment to education, it's amazing. When we got there, 5 acres of land on the mine, it could be a foam. The person says, take it.
Just like that.
Take it. If you build a school for us, take it.
Wow.
Because the assemblyman tells me that he started school at the age of 18.
18 years.
18 years.
Asanoko school. This is serious.
And it is normal for them.
Eh.
Obi and Kwani be at na classroom back for the last 5 years.
Aden.
Because the point is that on Timi on school no banana.
Or next year.
Into on Timi Konenim. On Timi control BEC, you know.
Case name.
Indeed, the point is that say ubetimi sifu esiwa, go and do it. They are willing to give you the land. You won't have a problem. They are willing someone the bromo journey at komota. The point is that Yanshi they need two politicians in Kwanso so be
better development.
That's a fact. You can see you need two politicians so and now people on the corridors of power so you betcha. It's from Makola to KJTia to Sunyani to Techiman through to Buipe Ekosi Boga to move. Every single person must be committed to building this country. It is the only place we truly have. It is the only place we truly have. And so for me and my executives, we've cancelled allowances for Nooks executives. As I speak to you, we know Nooks executive receives allowances. We've cancelled all per diems. We've cancelled all bonuses. Nobody receives anything. Every single thing goes to build a school somewhere in rural Ghana. When we are done with the Kasana Nankana or the Upper East one, we are moving to Upper West. Then we move to Oti region. At the end of the day, we must leave a legacy that people will remember us, that when we got the opportunity to lead, it wasn't the same cliche of leaders come and go. It was a matter of a renewal of commitment towards the future that we are part of.
Right. Dennis, Nyami Shao, mo boy Juma gidi pa. In fact, se me share a Juma like Nyami yusu. Nyami Juma na you know, are your friend? Ya mfa free so ma wa obede ya di free so ma wa ti nyame afro to be abisa also you man of God tie no cry also num tie born no ade no chese ampa oh you man of God yes oh senka a sorry money e chiche posa enka ye ma bishop ya ke the card na be count why are there
thank you sir
just the mind need clear and big. And I applaud you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And you are not just a leader who just want to lament and go. You always want to leave a legacy. You did it at UCC. Now you're doing for Nooks. Because in the history of Nooks, no precedent. Nina is always about politicians. You almost then they get a little coins and go back and sit down. For Nooks to come out to think about the basic education, shocking, very, very shocking. Why are there, Nyami Shramo? Now we promise on this platform you're going to get a lot of investors for Nooks to spread across the entire country. You know. Now in CC schools are dying be so it's not everything that we can push on the government. Then we should forget about development because he's a father for everyone. Obia dino Ghana there Obia dine even my grandma. So this answer no better do Obia so back no that's a chrome what the so please let's try to do something na yenhwe na yemboa Nooks na minim say so to abodo no gunsu nania that chance abeka. Is there any platform on creative if somebody wants to donate near there or betimi akwa donate me pacho mami?
Yeah, for now our bank account, the official unions account is available. I'll leave those ones with you. Okay. We are developing a GoFundMe a GoFundMe system account to mobilize funding. We'll put out our mobile money. Because of transparency and accountability, I know some of these things. Some people have trust issues, so we are trying to make it as transparent as possible. So we are building systems. Good. So no money comes to me. If you give it to me as a person, I have committed myself to this, but then I would prefer that it goes through
the account.
Yeah, the account or
Momo number.
Right? Yes.
Momo number.
Yes. There is we set up a GoFundMe account and then the bank account of the union too is there. And I think that if someone is in Ghana and believes that is in US and have people in Ghana and believes that they would want to go through their persons and give them the money to say that they are buying cement bags, they are doing this, I don't have a problem. There is just one thing that is important to me: put up that school building.
Okay,
that's all that matters to me. I have sacrificed my lot into it, and I'm willing to go even further. If it means I have to sell my car to put up the school, I think that I'm willing to do it.
God bless you.
Come what may, regardless of whatever the situation is, I know God is in town.
Then, Mr. So if I have to sell my car or my American passport,
American passport, you have 10 billion.
And I have to go down the one. What's your name? You have 10 billion.
Because it's the Krumon, I shit you got the American passport for sale. I have American man for the
But
I think that it's also about the commitment and the determination.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, every young person who believes that it's not really about the quantum too.
Right.
That's the point. And yet quantum no say me person me train na me
that's right.
Then you get to contribute to society. What the only say there because sword cutting or one tadi be na person only be kokromo now we distribute my people. I think that it is fine. What I want to encourage people to do is that we need to collaborate. Bako for so we any kata.
That's right.
Inti menya wajin say ebia o train say young people must collaborate. See a can inside ebumniti me de kata nyame problems and also. If we don't join forces, we won't really achieve a lot for our people.
That's right. Thank you very much, Mr. President. In fact, you're doing great and we are proud of you. Okay, wait from me and Kasami CEO, ADINKRA Radio CEO. My friend DJ Jam.
A big man.
Oh, yeah, big.
Just the one to an $200 of cement. Imagine sir.
Oh, better.
$200.
Also, Tony fee back or Ghana.
$200 of cement. Who's the Jinebo and Yadibiasa?
Nebo and Yadi say, Grana City, no, I flop
$200 of cement. In currently, Ukra $1,400. You buy $200 of cement for Nooks.
Beautiful.
$1,400.
Okay, president of GAWA, Ghanaian Health Workers Association, or say, Minkancho say, or the whole GAWA members, no, Abe support.
God bless you.
And what's that? $200 near saying
$1,400.
$1,400. Mama Tina Sapon, or say, she's assuring $1,400 operation pay. You are $50 now and contributed to do that. President Tina Sapon, it's a challenge to you. I told the challenge. I'm sorry, $200 $200 of cement.
God bless you.
Right.
God bless you.
That's right.
God bless
So
you so much.
we are so Royals. Yes, Royals fan club. Almost so a promising so that them. The emphasis $1,500 in total. And now be just cement. Ube to my swako. Cement I'll be genome. Yes. But my question back asana be stretch the next topic, you know. Yeah. You are doing this for the students.
Yeah.
Me say enkwara na titi for me. Nti teacher for no call no. Do they have a place to sleep and stay?
Oji, I ask if more question over something who could have been very because Osha Dina Ushu say Krani team now. How do you expect them to have a teacher's bungalow? It's not possible. I mean, it's not possible for
ANC.
I mean,
impossible.
I mean, how is it going to happen? Because the Nipana Okochena Diano or Tidiasi or Tidiasi, Minia. Some of the teachers now who they are not really qualified teachers. A community service. And a chromo for Biakase. Let me also do this woman like this. I spoke to her, a very detailed conversation. And do him the oye or pep or I saw point them. No konefu. Because on onye train teacher etu an cow.
No,
there be we secondary school. Anna or family or community name. Inti why not just say Obebwa?
Or we high school?
Yes, secondary school.
No, but it's a government school.
It's a government school. But you see, the point is that some of these schools are not really fully functional. How do you post someone here? On back. What I say. It is such a situation. It's a community now there. But the good thing is that we've been able to secure teachers for the school. So when we are done, GES has agreed to post teachers to the school for us.
So for now, dear, I won't need any trained teacher.
There was one trained teacher, or actor as headmaster. Meaning, in some way, also come on, as if you
ti ono afa post ni nyina abo.
Anti ono no ha anti omo ono.
Ana just omo man na yiri okromo. Nya sa obako. Nya sa obedwane akọ.
So our plan is that when we are done with all the projects we're doing, we would assign student volunteers to it. Periodically, students will go there to do community service.
That's right.
Service. Inti Nooks will be assigning them. It will rotate. Inti there is a group of students at Beko schools in Mubia. Try to support it. Government teachers will be posted on my call. That's beautiful. We are getting partners too here in New York. There are some organizations who've shown commitment, some have supported with books. They've also shown commitment, said they would also come and even run volunteer service to support these schools, Abua Apeja, because the difference between the child in Kasana Nankana West and the child in Accra is the environment.
Okay.
It's not about potential.
But smartness now.
Yeah, because they are smart. These folks are very smart.
Very,
very smart.
I love that. Okay, then it's oh boy Juma Nyamisha. But one more request, I'm the candy project now more as a more design BBI is already planned on paper.
Yeah.
Akasebe exists.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I am mama teachers no so no. Say bakum you be rooms be cranny be see one na so that enko bat say you see the NSC where we have a teacher for the umbekono. Ye nya bi nko because omuni be bi omo betina. Tia mo ye no so no. Sometimes say bia ye be any community based area baby cry na ye see be 6 rooms be SY advocating for that as well, so that at least a joint part be say omo tia but omo drive be 2 kilometers grab be sa ebeboa, so the sister towns no ebe use start project in so.
Oji, I think that is a good call. You've said it very right. The approach is a gradual approach,
right?
And kakra my hope and confidence is that we'll be able to mobilize enough to go beyond classrooms,
right? To
even put up bungalows to support teachers, because you can't really run a functional education without teachers. You have the commitment of my good self and the team that is working with me. The project is being directed by our project director, Mr. Maxwell Dampari, who's doing an amazing work with the secretary for projects, being Miss Bridget Oforiajaman. These guys are doing very well with the National Secretariat supporting, and then through the Secretary for Education's office, Mr. Ransford Tigi, we've been able to secure GES support for it. We've had conversations with the district directors of education, also our district and Komona Kwechi to support the stabilization of the schools and the consistent support for the schools when they are built.
Thank you very much. How long do you reign? How long is your tenure of office?
I'm leaving. The constitution gives me up to 14th August to organize an election. So
just a
year?
We've
not fixed the date, but then the constitution says that latest by 14th August next year.
So
yes.
Can you run again for the same position or no? Just one time.
The constitution doesn't bar me from running again. There is no part of the constitution that bars me. But I think that I would want to take a bow.
The entire maybe Sasa and you have started a great project. Ghana, yempe continuation. The system no allergic to continuation. But in most system, nukes, you say aluta continua. So what you say?
Victoria said
upset. And see, enka ebe here senka the waba no babe to aso. But since we don't have any policy document of continuation, no, don't you think all these dreams are going to be in limbo after you leave office?
First of all, the first part is that we'll complete the school before I leave office.
But
by the good grace of God. And we are projecting to build a number during my tenure.
Okay.
We are setting up a board of trustees to manage these schools. The policy document is available,
Okay.
which enjoins whoever comes to empower the board to build more schools.
Okay.
So every single year, Nooks must build a school.
Perfect. Then me try me that say. Now saying yes, sure, no maybe cause of vandalism in our various universities. KNUST is notable of that. They are very known for vandalism. Nooks, then I'm where I found. The material say, "O Kroya was an alcohol." As I come assurance school, I have boy who says I in assess a whole kinds of projects and developments. You know, what's alcohol in April? I could share, but say, students are more at different courses due to their inability to pay their school fees. No, I'm over 6,000 students. Also, I'm almost 3,000 for students fees. How true is that? And why would you choose to pay their fees while they are indulging themselves, busily indulging themselves in vandalism?
Let me say, just who said that you are just so different woman.
Oh.
But first of all,
so they only say me
let me give a bit of a background. There are two different issues out here. The first one was 6,000 students now mentioned. You know, it wasn't a matter of vandalism. These are to put vulnerable students who could not pay their fees.
Right.
And then some of them too were on students' loans, and some too were on scholarships which have not been paid. It is school no release statement say sa ehia forma and I say sebe one woni be 6,000 year won't mean to on fees no obe mo nyina defer akotene fee. That is 6,000 of them. The motto of Nooks is education is a right and not a privilege.
Not a privilege, yeah.
So every student of our country, our belief is that one day we should get to a point where the cost barrier should be eliminated.
Okay.
That people would have access to education regardless of where they come from, regardless of their social background or social standing in life. So it shouldn't be a problem. So I looked on with my national executives and we looked at 6,000 students are going to go home just because of this. So quickly we spoke to the SRC of KNUST and other stakeholders, especially the student loan office, to ensure an emergency system is set in place for every one of that 6,000 students to be offered a student loan so that they can stay on campus. By the good grace of God, through the hard work of the Student Loan Secretariat and through the Secretary for Education of the Union, Secretary for Welfare of the Union, Mr. K. Bedu and Mr. Ransford Tegi, we work closely with the Scholarship Student Loan Office to provide an emergency system, and the Dean's Office to provide a student loan system to ensure that students do not have to go home because they can't pay fees. It had nothing to do with vandalism.
No. I know you have two questions.
Yeah, but I just want to make it clear.
But that school, no, they are fond of that.
No.
Okay.
So, OG, my point in here, if you have 3 people in one room, now ka se sankofo na me ba kono pento kwa nintini me nu na aka no ma ye mom aduane ndia, you've not been fair,
right?
Because we can't box everyone into one and say that they are all bad. Me pa cho what they make can say ma me fo we are sin bi nye,
right?
Ma me bi na sensi achi ma me bi atum say wa more treating eba eni te beka say ma me fo nyina nya na no. And so I believe that regardless of the flaws of some of our students, we can't say that the genuine innocent ones should not be supported through the education.
Okay.
That is one. 2, on student vandalism, I think that my days in UCC is a clear indication of how I abhor and I am strongly against student vandalism. I have been part of a disciplinary committee that found students guilty of vandalism and they were made to go home.
Okay.
But the point is that when these things happen, I do not agree that we box everybody together. No, it is not fair.
Okay.
We must first of all conduct the necessary investigation to know that this person or that person is not part. Esia, and I'm saying ye dear bufu esi amakose senyoma nti obia yetimi for obia eden eka ho. That is not fair. Ken University will nipa be 30,000 at that campus.
Right.
Saka crave no mukodi in Sinhuna na nyamran sem no and chese school for ni na den. Enye. That should be also settled. Let also be the National Union of Ghana students we've been very clear, say obi yes nyamran se na CCTV china na se sonimu investigations chese sonimu. Dismissal kra nye enough. As see de nema omanimra no manimra ni yede. Idi. Because say yentimi ampanish wona wodi bone na yentimi indefend wona wundi bone no. I have said that our sword is a two-edged sword that praises and discipline. At the end of the day, we should be able to filter and ensure that we are protecting vulnerable, innocent students, but we are also disciplining those who are crooked and hooligans. At the end of the day, we have an education to protect, and that is what we must be focused on. The only thing I have now, problem with KUST is that it's here the management in an attempt to curb it take decisions which are not also fair. Until you look at a situation now, say KUST management, they are basse student GCRC system and student leadership horse in just because of vandalism, which we are strongly against. Until at the end of the day, the air can say hooliganism ne is here, and he said you be on channel, be bibiano, as a punishment. But ye punishment no, ye she ne yanfa innocent person. It is say unye boni. Here in the States, it happens a lot. Onye boni, but because of probably one or two things, be discrimination, being one or two things, being to near jailino. Because prosecutor na any investigation, unya ni we na unya sumesi, and it didn't out so a suspect na because of person unya prosecution into no pia boni na edin. A goodness so at all costs. Into hooliganism is something that I have strongly spoken against, and I'll continue to be against it. That if your parents have put you in school, do not allow bad peer to corrupt you to go and do things which will vandalize the same school you seek to get education from. It is not fair. But I have also said that there are innocent young people in school. There are people who genuinely want to make something good out of their lives, and those people must be protected. And that is what my commitment has been to, not to shield hooligans and vandals.
Okay, so this issue with KNUST between the Katanga and Konti Fono, and your first time in here, oh yeah, where?
Yeah,
I sent your CPM, and they would say you are against it, but then Ufin said the management decision they were unfair. How would you say that, and why?
Oji, I think that Bonnie Asimbisia on Sedanwe. And I say BBC the first thing you must do in an attempt to solve it is to find what we call the causative factors, causes. Maybe that's what I say.
Right. So when you're sure so find it out of causes, you know, and who say no thing so closely all positions that has to do with whole leadership.
Good. And see, that's where we are coming. At the end of the day, what is say akwanenya malaria. Oyare malaria nyano. Udu or malaria ni nyano ninti no say I say no yare malaria idea any the best in a be boapan
yes sano
yembubu diningu yen say dining na yembubungu minia aren't you killing an ant with a sledgehammer? The making in say you must find the cause that reflects the reality.
Okay.
JCRs have no part to play in the issue of vandalism and hooliganism. They have no part to play. In fact, leaders stop those things from happening. JCR executives, most of them are they are more like student politicians.
But not Omundi. Whole week na Omudi.
Now this is the point. Whole week is not just for JCR. So
I know, but whole it's for the whole. The JCR is for that particular whole.
Good. Whole weeks have what we call fellows. That is alumni. It has the traditional council. It has the hooligans. It has the JCR. Until all of those people come together to form the whole week. Until unkase BBS inti one part of the phone me year from. I didn't think that unyi whole management in soon free. Say senior hall tutor and hall master almost ye holidays. Almost supervise the whole week, you know. I didn't think that unpamo
good.
Then it is because you are picking on the student leaders because they are the easy ones to pick on. Because hall managers or senior hall tutor or hall president or hall. But buy no. the all ultimate responsibility we jan ho master na or the main person na ho ne share no on fire no onye ne hwe na JCR executive na ono the whole person ono na intokwa na isi no obu nkoto pa o ma chamo mo ko akire ma ntokwa no so ye den ete o se me yi onu mo mafiri ho
mami mi sa wasembe KUST campus one. This rivalry thing no are very high. But these are the same students who sit in the same classroom. They are friends. Oh, who thinks that then causes that kind of rivalry?
So at the point in time, I think that the rivalry has a very long history. Whoever knows KUST, UCC or
but it's not that kind of.
It's similar. Oko Commonwealth Hall ni Saba. You see yenche about 2 weeks. You see in 2 weeks time na Legon the taking you the to see. It no.
But some mama say no matter say.
Almost say nyoma crashing we. Yes, almost shake nyina. Yes.
It's why I'm there.
It now there's a lot of investigation going on. I've been go through punishment process.
Good.
But looks DB, National Youth Authority, National Security, our other agencies. We are working on a committee at the student level. They be make say what do I DB Joe be on? Now okona kromfo no be onya kromfo to afeja kromfo no. Enyira. It's a school for now. We are forming a solution process. We are developing a roadmap among students to stop this, and that is what Nooks is doing.
Share with us.
So we formed a committee. Committee ne Jumane say obe develop a roadmap on how to stop these things. Into some of the points are up. We have not finalized it. We'll share with you when we finalize it. Is that these traditional groups in our house in and Jama boys in our house in Mamun treat you almost say outcast and they don't exist. And I say Mamun yes say kataso. Recognize them, invite them, place a monitoring mechanism to monitor their activities. Because when him say o de ne kam ho a yenyi no akora no na o ye na high pamono as on ka ho a obaka koto into bad company obedi is a hunu more good. It's a typical example is that some years ago UCC na Ogwaho Traditional Council almost the Zanyaman say maybe hooliganism 1 or 2 be and a dean of student free omo ban the office one day and no more or set or form me among them or for me idea friend sanitation and discipline on campus task force. Inti or the juvenile to task force or the juvenile to inti
omo ya so dey no
omo campus now bo poster wo dua ho na baby enya oh wana nkrofo na twon ase de wakogina DC because the juvenile mom because dean say oba no hu say posters bo baby enya obe hold you responsible it is omo juma no
okay
no almost so she omujama omuyom bibia but now they know that they are part of they have a role to play into ensuring discipline. It took us as a Conti Traditional Council yamano the job of ensuring discipline during whole weeks ono abeka go di boni na ondi and omo bi anso nyeden endi want stop it this hooliganism. So Katanga Traditional Council now they are shining say whole be the whole week or ensure say na nenim anyefin no ensure say na bibiensi you get solutions quickly.
Now sir we know Sunny okay you're right you have a point but I think the issue at this same way by I don't think it has anything to do with senator.
No, I only gave an example. Yeah, of
right.
What
but my question, has to do with what can we do to settle the rivalry name.
Rivalry need there. Okay, say settle. Me who settle? Cross say opesi e come boom.
Of course, because
there is resistance. There are two sides of the coin. There is a healthy rivalry, and there is a collaboration. It can you say more be one friend continentals? Say school ni bibi na course ni no ninja ho a. Omutimi come boom. No my one friend continentals.
No my fight
against it. That's collaboration. Right. And there is a healthy rivalry where quiz competitions, sports competition, there is a rivalry between them.
That's right.
Rivalry need the head in so be man ayira kra because enyen tokona na make on rivalry no. Kotokone has intimate wonder.
But I didn't just say you see a
good. It's in a friend a healthy rivalry.
And so how do we make it more healthier?
Good. Anything I make us say now we must find collaborative methods where they can come together. you can even initiate a farming project between Conti Traditional Council and CAT Traditional Council. No more a project. Say this project, we are funding you. Ensure this project is successful.
Until knowing this as a next president, a still also tenure.
And nothing a develop roadmap. And these two courses in the year. In fact, basic school projects in the Crampono, there is a part of it you need these horse and a
okay. Me that say and che be also and GLS Ghana Law School so I'm more admission on sensem and so sorry yeah to the extent say a binum cry some record demonstration as you didn't more admission. Meanwhile, some will share our criteria now, they qualify for it, yet they were denied admissions. Nessa no mano, yet wonka, and also so was a press conference. Ukroya, Ote press no now, Bekasa, say you resist oppressors rule. So
I think the OG, but I just said no build points and over.
Never remember. Someone said me konuku,
yeah,
me konuku. Because time on the crash on time I saw power. I said, "Most of our break, Mrs. My break power." I say, "Her name is so in just a minute." So far, I could see saying,
the main issue has to do with the friend undertaking. Be I say a school phone and signing and sign on my culture exams and undertaking them no much say culture exams now to me call for remarking. Yeah. Say you fail, I fail you. Until say me try saying. And no, last year the end of the year or man pass or more pass year and so ya more man pass. Or more the Yankopon Daruma from 499 students. Ya admit to me now.
Oh good.
Those all of them have been admitted. See current one I deal with the undertaking here share school for someone signing say exams no cultural no. The ebe can be no objintum. Only any point to ask any question whatsoever. I know as you say so as I speak to you, there is what we call legal vacation in Ghana. But court. Court. Yes, me commitment and then say OG and found nipa and a situation. What is right is right. What is wrong is wrong. My juma for the next 1 year is to defend students of Ghana, regardless of the person we are going against, regardless of the political party, regardless of the political affiliation. And share situation and nothing yet the best way out and say na a binuma the case you are all courts that the best is to go and ensure that we finalize it in court. The point is that we've obtained a ruling from the High Court earlier, a ruling in our favor, but then the Ghana Legal Council filed an appeal. And then obtain what we call the stay of execution. Until we are fighting the stay of execution. Nyankopon man in Saswa. By the time we leave office, Nyankopon Peja Nensa would provide victory to the Ghanaian students, where they don't have to sign anything, where they can request for remarking. Because if you are see the ultra exams, baby, now when you're comfortable with marks, now you can go for remarking and you can question the system. And also, we are committed to fighting. Maybe it's been more of everyday fighting for students. It's not been easy. It's been a matter of defending students and fighting for students every time.
Why are there? We'll go so defending. Conti for correct defending Katanga 40. Defense in the ampa. What play the defensive role no pa. Why are there? Yeah, that's it. Evidence now. I say, OG, your junior brother, who happens to be my friend Gilbert from Buenim Senses Regards. Thank you very much, Gilbert, and thank you, Ebenezer. Mechiamochia Buenim Fuina, Yamishram pa. Yada mo hase mo so mo share na mo demo comment no eba. Okay, fast forward. Some of the messages are coming. Tag teacher trainees Association of Ghana. I'm say they are training their support for you, Mr. President. I say for Solomon, our sword is two-edged sword. Okay, yadamwase semu. Then it's Apialabi. This man, Charlie, the fire. I say for Solomon na ekano. Oji, you're doing a good job. Thank you very much from my big boss, Big Apple, Isaiah, Senior Most Isaac Obin. Thank you very much, my boss, Papa. Jumane there, so one what to you and I'm waiting. So what you say? So now press. Add the Bungalow for Teachers project too. They will support you. Bronx Hadi Sikawaha, Maxwell Kofi Ado. Okay, education is good and good for everyone. True story coming from Vadi Mask. So and a nice idea, Mr. Host. Nana Kwame follows Arthur. Thank you very much, Nana Kwame. Richmond Amenyo AJ, tell my role model that he will see the same fire in Accra College of Education going the next year. His legacy isn't just about transformation but empowerment. Still holding on to thy faith. Hey. Okay, or message, first na me no when you say my say material person channel say next year I'm say ube hu bibi. So one here oh one so mesa mo akobiem nti yeah sisi wo ho Twenebo Akodia Students Representative Council for thinking about the ordinary learner at the basic school in Ghana. May God richly bless you. Because anyway, project my love for you, I a guy, a peja, seriously. Yes. Nyajide, Mr. Ansa Palmer Bismarck, I'll see Nyajide na Ebefa. We're happy to see Dennis continue the novel basic school project. Thank you very much from Mr. Treme upon Daniel. Sasona Starry, the influencer. I'll see Mr. President. It will be a delight to see the monopoly of the GLS Ghana Law School broken. Don't forget to get our students millionaire. Okay. Time and tide with Vonoman. So I say we are running down with time, and we also need to let the president rest. President obviously no so drink some water. Okay, what's the president to no so or no? I also drink a Afra Cup. Afra Cup. Na so no see Afra Cup on one. So camera no chin mark. I won't say yes. Or Afra Cup on home. Yeah, good. So yes, message. Yeah, Kyle, Arcus Organic Mixture, the only skin doctor. About skin problems in a survey. They use stretch marks, but just stretch marks. How? Kilowa, Mr. Just call on +197 836 3155 +1917 836 3155. Yes, friend. So skin unya hunu okala friend no ncho kala ubinya na ebeboa kama so and ye catch say Alaji Halifa, yes, Alaji Halifa Herbal and Spiritual Center, and so some Abba. Na was say only the offreno say you problems, and I say wo ya rebi ewo so was nyame and ya resahine unya friend on kwandia obeboa say ye nkrata asem eye so we bi na wo twere and say asem no bi dia to so court asem me pa cha unya friend pe obeboa friend number we +233 and I say wo Ghana dia unhia +233 no be friend 0244 290 548 0244 290 548 and I say 020 3855 797 020 797 Ofrena Obejo so now Babeboa. Red Carpet Show, the all-time movie premiere. You can watch some like Bass Live this Friday 7 p.m. sharp at Branch Community College. Joe take it to Eventbrite. Search for Red Carpet. Now it's $50. Never be this Friday. I'll be the MC. I'll be the host for it. So I'm going to see you there. 3G Media Awards, the 11th edition, this October 1st at Basel Live, Resurrection Power and Living Bread Ministry, Bronx, 4132 Park Avenue. Share your ho, you take it in advance. Utimi usimi so ubenyebi now from Mr. Dr. CNN ubenyebi neko $100 kai ne brand ne be share. Heroes Night a Royal Awards me pacho award winner ka Queen Elizabeth baby na fufu and twata but still King Charles grab because we are talking about heroes. One na making records no wo say it in party say wo no making records no say you cool say yeah individual be e bia no bi she baby or born homodin pa ba no yenye hu no o friend a yebekọ na yakọ akohwehwem se ye born abaso a ebe born abaso. So this is the time. It's for Ghanaians. Strictly Ghanaian award. Enti Mistral excellence awards yen to aba yen gye hu sika da bi. Enti sa na emu ye hwɛ ne ye se wo nnwuma de wo bɛkɔ. Ye hwɛ ne se nnwuma no waba ye de bɛma no na ayɛ fɛ na ayɛ akɔ no. Nyame insha mo some be joining. Yes. Come on. Presto, my last question asana ye best sorry so no. Na sense so high schools no and somewhere yetete no edoso. Sa school feed no mo ye no some ye nuane mankra no ne ade. Na saying na say accommodate wo ama emofra no schools no be brave say sika no a de mom no friend say kra. Emma government no fa ma wo mo. So most of the schools no na oma short nuane se ye hwem kra eye enfansepem de say mi hunu se Dr. Kofi Aban no etimi bo modern etoto nuane kra de koma in the formal school no nkofo bebre stakeholders bebre de omo ewrewre mo so far nooks there na mo ya fa ho high school one sem na ye kan you
I think so. I think that we received reports from some of our students in various high schools no more complaining about in fact some headmasters crampono officially no babo and timber can want some but quickly we spoke to NGS Ministry of Education Kasai in commodity na kosama say no me jidi say wa crowd TB by some weeks they won't say I say a charge provision for food has been made ama say no a charge kakra but the me no my point in any say any see money do say extent you know because me ya aduane dey basic.
That's right.
Aduane dey basic inti me no ya adwen say ni see
right
in the first place inti yen common na do say level say to prevent it from even happening rather than to even correct it when it happens. Inti at the end of the day no by the good grace of God no yedin common no to a very large extent yes stop it yeah say in nyina to be dem e betwitwa ewo our various schools anymore. Inti encommon ye I'm trusting God and I'm hoping that we won't have these things happening in our various schools. The point is that we have an education system to build,
right? And
every one of us must be committed towards it. If you see it and it's not good, you should be able to point it out. And if you are a person in a policy or power position, and when we point it out to you, you should be candid and honest enough to have a conversation and appreciate the criticisms that come. And that is the job of the National Union of Ghana Students. We praise when it's due, and we criticize when it's due.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much,
Your
OG.
Excellency. Why you need na?
That's OG.
Wabre. Wabre.
I went there. Ejumane de abani de.
Ejumane mra ho sa. Woni mo cha me kwame.
Yep.
What's your name?
Yes.
Do you see yourself in him, or does he see himself in you?
Well, it has never crossed my mind. When I was SRC president, I honored him. I gave him an award for his project on hepatitis B. That was the first time we met. So project now here on hepatitis B, I felt it was a good thing because I had the opportunity of learning about hepatitis B, and I felt it was a neglected but a serious killer. To see a young man like himself put in a lot of effort, go into it, I felt that he deserves some level of commendation.
Okay.
And yes, so we awarded the University of Cape Coast SRC awarded him in 2017.
That's beautiful.
For the work he's doing towards hepatitis. But beyond that, we've not really had.
I am about chatting a video your voice no. Yes, I interview about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I show on voice no compare. We have a rapport hamame.
Rapper say me sure say this man can't
okay. But so got him my line back on.
Oh, yeah. Ai, I say what they came out will be enyim tie na.
Oh, rap it.
Mama atamfo eja me za.
Nyame na dey actually. Mesro, mama one line. Mama bars back.
Is the me sure say me back me ekra me back. I said, "Oh, yeah, every day we show
Obi anim so your rapper.
Hey,
Omo
I
nim.
said, "Me no go over the same bozano."
Catch him.
The interest, you come and say,
Yeah,
"We
we
want
dey kick a-
the
wait,
BFF."
man, kick to it.
Oh, to the G.
Presido. Oh, nice.
Hey. Oh God.
Last question here. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The colors, the traffic light in the free senior high schools. No, now want something to say here.
So it was an intervention by the buy on gold track, green track, to sustain the free SHS. First of all, my main fan on table say free SHS are there support it.
Okay.
No support free SHS because he only say here for man also.
Right.
Yeah, any be the door so inti and on bit me abuama obi at least some level of education.
Right.
We've had a challenge with the double track because it made a bit of uncomfortability. But the good thing is that gradually it is fading out.
Oh, good.
So many schools are stopping it. Say schools be brave double track.
Oh, I
schools
see.
be brave because infrastructure
Doors.
I buy I invest some good amount into basic school, secondary school,
high schools,
infrastructure. No mama say no, it be free. Our expectation at Nooks is within the next 3 years by 2025, 2026, the whole thing called double track should stop.
Oh wow.
Yes, and we are expecting that the government must even do more to end it even earlier than predicted.
Right.
And that is the only way we get to know that the government is serious about education in our country. So we'll continue to press on the government. We are not stopping.
Okay.
When I met the president, I was very clear in my request that I expect more and more investment towards education. And Oba Transforming Education Summit, the conversation has been very clear. World leaders and Erdogan, Zambia president, a couple of meetings I met them. World leaders are meeting them. Every one of them is singing one song that they want to commit more to education. It's the same way the Minister for Education has said it very clear during his presentation at the Transforming Education Summit here in New York that the government is going to commit more. We are saying that the government must consistently or continuously commit more, and will continue to ensure and advocate for more to be committed in that direction. And you have my assurances of a strong spirited advocacy in this direction. At the end of the day, there is only one thing that's the future of this country. Built on the student. Me that's very.
Why are there? My boy Abaso.
Me that's it.
Oh, 5-star.
That's why I did very. So I mean, I want to, before I sign off, I want to say a very big thank you to you for the work you keep doing for young people. I think that to give your airtime, you've not taken anything from me. I mean, not a penny. In fact, I'm lawyer for everyone. At the end of the day, you've committed so much of your resources and your time to the education of this country. And I keep saying that obi be your boy education be a boy here for because and no penny idea be here for nesika for any level paying
and I bank
akra into Nyankopon show. I'm also grateful to the convener for Transforming Education Summit Ghana, Dr. Mike Boachi Yadom, and the Ministry of Education, who have been very supportive in my tenure. I've been very critical on this government. I've been very, very strong on this government. But they've been matured in their acceptance of my criticisms, and they've also appreciated that I only mean well. I am not against anybody. I'm not into hunting anybody. I'm only to support them to do what is right. That's and good. When it is not going well, I think that it is my job. We are yes, students are the conscience of the nation, and let that be on record that I'm saying that the students of this country are the conscience of the nation. So we have a responsibility to shout Aluta Continua, Victoria Aseta, whenever the need be.
Aluta Continua, Victoria Aseta. Just sorry, Presido, I don't know. We are the Nooks, President, National Union of Ghana Students. President and then train come our ADINKRA radio, ADINKRA multimedia, New York, and then we are Ghana no what took on 1 million. A memoir. It's motion of abruchery. Okay. A big one to you from Echo Andor, Francis. Sense is speaking. Nyajidie from Echo Andor, Scotland. no share you free. Kobia Praise say thank you Nyajidie. Is that your tag?
Yeah, that was the tag I ran the campaign with. Nyajidie.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah. I mean, have faith.
The ne nkofo be kan message no bia me sure bo mo na ye mo ate. Why? Have faith. Nyajidie so be ye. That's it. Okay. OG. Okas Osechuche Senior High School is 85 years. Hooray. We are celebrating it this October from the 1st to the 8th of October. Okay, so for more name cool case more dos papa me pa mo and for so me you hu from mata no and just anniversary be the cement me and be hard work into mesre wa mama yanko ta o mu achi honorable Kweku citizen eka we dey open more information I go Facebook no search for honorable Kweku citizen na obema more details no na okay as for mama yanko na yanko to aso so nyamishra mo samo be kwa akoye na akwaboa okay so secretary hey, Facebook autocorrect caption. Come be praise. Facebook say, education is the key to success. We should all chip in to support this good cause. By my only president, Tena Sapon. Mama Medase. Why in Nah, Mr. President, you must rap before you leave the studio. Else we no go green. Hey! If it is how you guy what? Oh, Ebefa. One line. No, OBC. So to me rap pussy see ya. Oh man, just even 15 seconds rapper. Or donate $1,000.
Oh, when it's like a rap, I'm mariachi.
And I'm making it's ready, Mister.
When I hear
when I hear
anybody supporting the news project, I can't have something from meeting all coming.
Okay, get ready. I'm coming back.
But I can't have number more. So I don't be telling me ADINKRA about it. Now the mail out of one thing. Then we speak about it.
Okay.
Until next time, maybe New York. Now the rap number.
Dabi, that's what you saying. What's he saying? Dabi. Or rap we now the number not all. Now OG. You must let Mr. President rap before he leaves the studio. Yes. Uncle Fonia break. Obviously rap. Okay. Akoba Jesse. Hey. Akoba. Thank you very much. He has I think he has brought back the lost hope in nukes. Yes, thank you very much. Then it's in T Nyajidie. Hey, oh, Samba was wrong. What you doing? Yes, sir. Still be $100,000. One line. Mommy, we answer. We are now the attention. Ya kati video ni we.
Hey,
me Judy bet me. You don't me. Nyajidie now.
But you know it's been long.
Very.
I mean, it's over.
But at least you can rap in a line to appeal. Nukes president near my bar. Fade the Mondonate in the Nukes project. Nasha, Charlie, yeah, wow. Maybe create something. I feel you. You know, and you the old chair I went to me. I'm going to have to
Obviously, Cabareza and Casabika original stage. Nanka, you could have travel and air travel.
So, the start channel and can but how do you know the bot time?
I think that at the end of the day, it's a matter of dimension.
That's right.
Ubia survey the country in a very different way.
Right.
Me rap na ye be
Oh yeah, I could you chair yanko.
Oh G.
Yeah, yanko.
O to the G.
Press to the dance.
Wait,
What do you say? On sa ko de he na beat no say ha.
I feel to the mic here. Sa go gaga. From the back in the day, me hear me whole rap it. Go for baby, say me hear me sure me that pay. My comment ni my but me ni me sure me say me no.
Hey, boss, my nigga. Boss. Why you need na? Me spy why you open. Hey. Me pa cho me that video no yet me that say I break. But why what when you mobile we chichale we here do.
We move.
That's right.
We move.
Yes. Me that say abujan for come on na we ya na econo. For more details about the tap center ADINKRA multimedia Heroes Night Awards now and ADINKRA was crazy to share me video we see there thank you very much for your time. We really love you. We appreciate your love. We appreciate your time and attention. Your sharing of this video. Share to the show in your hands and share. Let it reach the last person because this is to appeal for for funds so that we can support Nooks project. Please, let's support them. It is very, very, very nice. Come on. So what yes, sure. Yes, Munya come Yamrambe support it. Yamran support it. Come on. So the Edika Kano say Opesa or support it Nooks more project no more now. For now, you can call on this number. What WhatsApp crab ba. Your best stress or best friend number we 0247 090828 0247 090828 number and F for number and it's simple to Miss Row amount rain free we have +233 no ADINKRA if you are not in Ghana. Yes, more foreign world, please to support this good cause. Let's support education in the rural areas. Let's support the brilliant but needy ones, Yes. Now, you can say me push Ghana's education forward. Yes. Better still, if you want to send an email, you can go to dlabiampofo@gmail.com. dlabiampofo@gmail.com. Yanko na yabetimi aya na say oko Nooks so website www.nooks.org.gh www.nooks.org.gh yabetimi afiu na ye no wa ye adwuma no na aye kama medase ye frame OG His Excellency the microphone president. Let me share His Excellency the Nooks president. And then I didn't come on a bite. President Bibi or Abekan and Sani Asori.
Oh, I think that I continuously want to say a big thank you to you and the entire team out here. Everybody who's been supportive of this agenda. I want to say a big thank you to the National Executive Committee. They've been doing an amazing work for us.
Right.
They've been manning the office and the secretariat, and everyone who's been putting out a lot of work to ensure that the union functions, Ghana's education functions, and young people are supported throughout the country. It's a good one for us.
Thank you.
We are going to build this school to the glory of God.
Amen. We are basic cathedral. Okay, yeah, that's it. We are music cathedral.
The minimum show.
Yes. Yeah, basic cathedral. Fellow Ghanaians, said I'm going to say. Yeah, the interview no besi wa ha say nyame ya do ma mesa no we share biem e frame me OG mema room feed so what I say follow me on Instagram MC_OG TikTok so MC_OG e be chia so what I say papa oh yeah
Today